everybody. Welcome to the 5-5 portal. Thank you so much for joining me. Whoop! Lights went out on me. Welcome to this magical 5-5 portal. So we are going to jump right in. A lot of things have been going on. I have been not as active as I normally would be, I guess. Frankie got sick and she's still going through it. So I'm in the process of trying to get her better. So that's what my focus has been on. 1 second. Goodness, what does this thing keep? There we go. So come over here, Frankie. Come sit. You want to come sit over here? Hold on a second. Okay. Come sit. Okay. You can sit right there. Okay, so we're gonna start. So it's been a hectic few months, a lot of transformations, a lot of big changes for a lot of people. I know for me, there's been some big changes, but a lot of stagnation in the same process. So this 5-5 portal is all about movement and change. So I'm seeing a lot of movement happening during this time, whether somebody is thinking about moving careers, moving houses, moving relationships, moving jobs. I'm seeing a lot of movement happening. So let me get I just had my notepad. I literally just had it in my hand. Here it is. Okay, so, and for the, I don't want to say for the record, but this might be my last portal reading. So I hope that you guys enjoy this labor of love that I am putting into this. I'm not sure where, this is my birthday month, the 18th. I will be the big 45. And I don't know where this road is taking me, and I love doing these portal readings. I don't get as much engagement as I used to, so I don't know if anybody out there. I mean, I know a few of you are watching, and I appreciate you guys, but I'm not sure if it's worth it for me to create these anymore. So if my heart guides me to create more, I will. But right now, I am not saying this is my last, but I think this is my last one. We shall see how I feel when the big portals like the Lion's Gate and the 1111 portal come through. Okay, so today is a 5. We know 5 is about movement. It's about transformation. It's about change. It's about magic. It's about adventure, and it's about travel. It's about movement. So this portal is a 5-5 portal, and 5 and 5 is the number 10, which 10 is the phoenix rising from the ashes. It is a spiritual rebirth and a new beginning for many of you. So this portal, though it's only 5 months in, it's almost like a halfway point, and it's about letting go of this past year, and we're going to be moving into the 6th portal, the second half of the year, with this new energy, this new spirit, this new motivation. I know I have been motivated. Frankie has motivated me to do things that I thought I would never do the past couple months. So love pushes us to do things that are out of our comfort zone, and I'm seeing maybe a lot of you are being pushed out of your comfort zone as well. So what is no longer serving you, whether this is relationships, sometimes we realize that the things that we wanted so badly are not really the things that we want after all. Like, we get them and then we're like, well, it's not really what I expected this to feel like. So maybe a lot of you were trying to manifest something, and that manifestation came through, and it wasn't exactly the feeling that you wanted to get from that manifestation. Maybe a lot of you were manifesting a particular person or a relationship, and it's not exactly as you thought. And I always tell people, be careful what you wish for, because there is a big thing called free will in the universe, and we cannot, as humans, affect a person's free will. So a lot of relationships ending, a lot of relationships beginning. It's the balance, the yin and yang. Okay, and it's also a 7-day. I mean, it's a 7 universal year. So we got 5 plus 5 plus 7 is 17. And 17, as we know, is the twin flame number. So I'm seeing this portal engaging the twin flames out there, sparking their mission, sparking their inner fire. um, changing things that no longer serve them. Okay, let's see here. And it reduces down to the number 8. So this is a power day. This particular day is a power day. We are in a lunar eclipse right now in Scorpio. So this is a very intuitive lunar eclipse. So a lot of things being illuminated, a lot of shadows, things that were in the shadows are now being illuminated. A lot of things that you couldn't see before, you are able to see now. Your intuition is spot on. You are stepping into your power. You are releasing the ego, and you are moving forward with faith and trust in the universe and trust in your own abilities on these new beginnings. Okay, so that is the 5-5. And I was thinking of just making this an oracle reading, a music oracle reading. So I might just do songs, because I feel like I'm more passionate. I mean, though I love doing the cards, maybe I'll do a song and a card or something like that, um, instead of like how I normally do, where I do the songs and the reading. So I'm going to do a song, and then I'm going to pull a card, and then I'm going to do a song, and I'm going to pull a card, and we'll see how it ends and how it goes. Okay. So here we go. Hi, Roman. Thank you for joining me on probably my last portal reading that I'll be doing here. Okay, so I'm going to start with the very first song that came through, and I'm going to pull my cards out and see which decks I am guided to use for this. Hi, Frankie. Hi, Frankie. That's how my niece says Frankie. Frankie. You coming up? Coming up? You coming up? Coming up? Oh, you can't reach. Oh, she cannot reach. Oh, just a little girl. Yeah, sit up here. What happened to your bone, huh? Here it is. Here. Okay. As you can probably notice, I don't know if it's lost a little bit of the spark or the zoom or whatever it is, but it just feels a little different. Okay, so we're going to start with the very first song that came through today, which was Knocking on Heaven's Door, which is really interesting. I'm trying to think of the lyrics. So it's from Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion. I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2. Let me see. Use Your Illusion 2. So the number 2, partnerships. And I'm seeing looking beyond illusions and seeing the truth behind situations and things. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. And whenever I hear that song, I always feel like doing things in life that are just pushing you towards the exit. Like I'm ready to just go. Like I'm just knocking on heaven's door and I can't get through. A lot of people feel that way during the awakening process, like the ascension process. They feel like they're stuck here on earth, especially a lot of star seeds. They feel like they're stuck here on earth and they don't know which way to go, and almost feeling like a limbo state. Like you're not necessarily in heaven and you're not necessarily in hell. It's almost like the medium place. So let's see what card I pull for this. I think I want to use these. So Knocking on Heaven's Door. I'm seeing knocking, like how I knock on the deck. And I'm seeing a door. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. All the cards turned up on that one. We got 4 of Fire and King of Water that flipped over here. So contentment, peace, abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. And so the 4 of Fire to me is the 4 of Wands. And that to me is the 1111 card, the pillars. So we have had some repeating numbers this month. Aside from 5-5, of course, we have been getting the numbers 11-11 and the number 33. I've been seeing 33 everywhere. So the number of enlightenment, it is the Jesus number. It is the teacher, the master teacher of love. So seeing the number 3. So number 4 is about building a solid foundation for the future, taming the dragon within. And I'm also seeing a lot of abundance. And I'm also seeing King of Water, mastering your emotions, right? So open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. So I'm seeing a lot of you guys stepping into more of a charity work, starting to do things, starting to help others, the humanitarian side of things, right? Us as light workers, that is what we do. And I think this is one of the reasons why I decided maybe what I'm doing here is not reaching as many people as I'd like. And so I feel like the mission that I'm here to do is not reaching that many people. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I got to try something else. So maybe you're doing something and you want to reach more people. So you're trying to find new ways of reaching those people, new avenues, new modalities to reach a larger audience for what you need to say. So I love that. So we got King of Water. And so anytime I see the King of Water, it's like somebody mastering their emotions, no longer letting their emotions dictate the way they live their life, right? Their home life. So peace, abundance. Okay. So so we got those two. Let me pull these out. So that was for knocking on heaven's door. So I'm seeing like somebody knocking on your door. I'm thinking about the doorbell when you're gonna ring it. Okay, let's see what the next song was. So I will put these right here. So the next song was Had I Known You Better Then by Hall & Oates. I love Hall & Oates. And that song talks about knowing somebody. Like, had I known you better then, maybe we would have had more experiences together. And I'm seeing this more as like yourself. Had you known yourself better then, back in the day, you would have maybe made different choices and maybe made different decisions, right? So, but it's also about you are exactly where you are meant to be at this exact moment in time. So it's okay to look back nostalgically, but don't live there, right? Okay, and for this one, these cards, I want to use this deck. Had I known you better back then. And maybe this is like, a friend or somebody that you wished you would have known sooner, that you didn't know them as well as you thought you did. And you wish you would have known them on a deeper level. And I love this. And so another 11. So we got the 11 with the 4-4, with the 4 of wands. I didn't get to show you guys the other 2 cards that came through. So here you go. And so this card is detached. So I'm seeing grief, like somebody releasing grief. Somebody passed on. And because when I see the doves, I always think of somebody who has passed on. And detaching from that grief, right? Having to move on with your life, and almost feeling a detachment, like it's not real. But I see like somebody walking through this portal and releasing that dove of peace. And so that peace and harmony, I keep seeing this like somebody walking into a portal into peace and harmony and happiness. Though it makes somebody else sad, the bird is now free, right? So releasing, detaching yourself from things from the past, grief, letting people go that have passed on with a loving heart. And we know 11 is the portal, right? So it's the portal, it's the gateway. It is the gateway to manifestation. It is the inspiring leader. It represents intuition. So let's see what 11 says here. Detach. Reflect, accept, decide. Clarity, responsibility, and fairness. Sometimes our ego prevents us from seeing events clearly. It's time to detach emotionally from a relationship or situation so you can step back and reevaluate. Reflect upon how the relationship is working. Is it satisfying? What role do you play in its harmony or disharmony? An honest appraisal is required in order to gain clarity and help you better understand what might need to be done to improve it. This is true even if the relationship is already a good one. So I love that that came through in a way with I wish I would have known you better back then, because it's about like detaching from what you wanted, right? Like, I wish this and this and that. Now it's like accepting what is. And And look at it, it says it's important to accept that your previous actions, decisions, and beliefs had led you to your current situation. So I wish I would have known you better back then means like I wish I would maybe treated you better back then. I wish I would have, we only have such a short time on this earth, and sometimes we wish that we would have did things differently. So letting go of that and forgiving ourselves for it, right? When Doves Cry by Prince. Yeah. That song's Prince has been popping up a lot in my music reading, like the music stuff. So the music oracle. I haven't been doing those either on Instagram, which those are usually my passion. So it's been a difficult past couple months for me. So me getting here for you guys today is definitely a labor of love. So thank you for being here. Okay. Now I'm thinking of like when doves cry, I'm thinking of the Dave Chappelle skit from the Chappelle Show where he's like, where he's dressed as Prince, and Prince, he plays basketball with Prince. Okay, the next song is, which was interesting because it was Kiss from a Rose by Seal. And as that song was playing, I got a notification from my friend Misty Rose as well. So that was a pretty cool, it's Misty X Rose, which is Kiss, the X, right? Hugs and Kisses. So it was interesting that I got Kiss from a Rose and a Kiss from a Rose right below it in the notification. So, so that song is, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the gray. And in that particular song, I remember it's from the Batman soundtrack back in the day, but he talks about his eyes get large and the light that you shine can't be seen. So I'm seeing somebody who, when I see the light not being shown, so their eyes are closed, so they're not willing to see. Also, when the light is shown is when somebody is either drinking or on some sort of stimulants or drugs or depressants. So when we are in that state of grief, when we are in that state of, I don't want to say low vibration, when we're just in a state where we can't see, the light that people are shining on us cannot be seen. So, but they can be felt. The warmth can be felt. Even if it cannot be seen, it can always be felt. So if you're trying to reach somebody who is in a dark place, in a grief state, or in a dark place with addiction and drugs, they can still feel you. They can still feel that love that you send it. They might not be able to see the light at the moment, but they can definitely feel it. So Kiss from a Rose. And of course, the rose, the Templar Knights, right? The rose represents esoteric knowledge and wisdom. The rose is what the Templar Knights protect. And the rose also reminds me of the Little Prince, right? He keeps the rose in a glass to protect it from the elements. But once it hits that oxygen, the rose is gone. So such as us, right? Just us breathing and existing, we are like roses. We bloom and we wither and we die, but then we bloom again, we grow again, and that is the cycle of life. So Kiss from a Rose. And creativity, I love it. So fire agate, very fiery. So fire agate to me represents the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is all about your creative center, but it's also about releasing any guilt or shame that we may have. So it is great for creativity if you have been thinking about starting a new project, or if you've been having great ideas. Like I have so many ideas of things that I want to do, and I just need to propel myself forward to do them. So fire agate, beautiful. Kiss from a Rose, creativity, detach from the outcome. So I'm also seeing that. I'm seeing your emotions, right? You've mastered your emotions, but putting your emotions sometimes into your artwork, into paper, into poetry, into lyrics, how you feel, right? And detaching from the outcome. Is this going to be good or bad? Is this great? Is this fantastic? Or does this suck? Detaching yourself from it. Just create for the purpose of creating, right? And I love it because at the bottom of the deck was take action. Labradorite, one of my favorite crystals. It is a great synchronous. To me, it's the ultimate synchronicity crystal. Okay, beautiful. Um, and this thing keeps shutting off on me. Okay, so we got seal, kiss from a rose. I'm thinking, seal. Um, The next one was Spirits in the Material World by the Police. We are spirits in the material world, our spirits in the material world. So we are spirits in this material world. And I think we forget that, right? There's a quote that I always say, and it's, I am a human. Um, I'm a spirit in a human experience, right? And that's what we all are. So sometimes we forget that. And in this experience, we all go home eventually. So I'm seeing definitely a lot of grief happening for some people out there who have been losing people this year, whether this is losing somebody, breakups, um, losing a pet, losing a loved one, a parent. Um, my condolences. Yeah, Frankie is doing better. Thank you, Roman, for mentioning Frankie. She actually had a little bit of complications with her medication recently, and she was taking one of the medications that um, is making her teeth fall out. So now we are going to have oral surgery to remove her final molars. So that was very sad. I think that's why I'm not in a very 5-5 mood. I know 5 is all about magic and all this great stuff, but I feel like it is a change. It is a challenge because 5 also represents challenges. So, some of us are going through challenges, but realizing that this is also the human experiences, and these challenges are here to help us grow in some way. So, spirits in the material world, I would like to use. Oh, I love. Okay, so this great deck. What did I do with the cover? Here it is. This is So I have a friend. Her name is Ashley, and she has her channel is FD1111 Ministries here on uh, I think it's here. I'm not sure if she changed it, but anyway, she did this deck, Divine Guidance deck, and I love it. It's a beautiful deck. And she's always very supportive of what I do. And sometimes it's people like Roman and like Ashley and Erica and a lot of you that keep me going and keep me doing this, because your support means so much to me, and I know that you guys believe in what I do. So thank you. So we are spirits in a material world. I am faith. Okay, so know that God can be trusted to fulfill all the promises, and it's Hebrews 11:1. So I was saying the repeating numbers were 111, 1111, 111, 11. So ones in all forms, talking about new beginnings, new adventures, stepping into your leadership abilities. And so spirits in a material world, right? So I know that's been my struggle is being a spirit in this matrix of financial, like credit and like all this stuff. To me, it just seems almost ridiculous, like this weird game that we all play collectively, and we know it's ridiculous, but we continue playing it. And so I always forget that that's what this earth is, unless you go and live off the land somewhere, right? You have to play the game. So, but this is about having faith that you will be taken care of. Everything is taken care of. You are taken care of. You have to have faith. Not only have faith in yourself and for that income that's coming in to help you out, but it's also have faith in your creative abilities. Have faith in this Four of Wands energy that good things are coming, right? This peace, this happy home life that you've been wanting. The successful completion of these projects and these goals that you've been planning for a very long time. I'm seeing like the alchemy. It's all brewing and it's all coming to a head. Passion, something you're passionate about. I am faith. And in this spirit world, I am faith. So I love this deck. I'm going to keep this deck here, but I want to look at this. And I love it because she's levitating, right? She is floating in midair with nothing holding her but spirit. So that's really cool that that's coming through. And I'm seeing lucid dreaming, floating, flying. Maybe some of you are dreaming about floating, flying. I have this well, I used to have a recurring dream where I had to run, like Super Mario Brothers. Like I had to run, 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 and then take off. So, and that's the only way I could fly. Like I would have to give myself a head start, a run start first, and then I would jump in the air and I'd start flying. So kind of like old Super Mario Brothers back in the day. So have faith in your creative abilities, your creative talents, because good things are coming. Okay, I need to turn off this thing so it doesn't shut off on me again. Okay, next song was Yazoo, Only You. All I needed was another something, and all I ever knew, only you. Um, and that particular song is about only needing you. Only you, only you. You are the only one. And that's been a repeating song as well. It's a repeating word. I was driving around and I would like, there was a license plate that said only one. And then another license plate said you're one. And another one said you're only one. And then the song only one. So the words only one like kept popping up. So like you're the only one. Maybe you're the only one that could do something that you're the only one that could relay something a certain way. You're the only one that's doing things in the way that you're doing them. And so maybe sometimes we don't feel unique. I know like when I first started doing this, not many people were doing the way that I do it with the songs and stuff. And now you go on TikTok and it's everywhere. So I think you get that discouraged, but even though they do it the way they do it, everybody does it their own special way. And so, don't get discouraged if you're doing something and somebody else is doing it as well, because that's okay, right? Because everybody has their own little touch to it and their own little energy that goes into it, whether it's a passionate heart or love. Okay. And once again, it's still closed on me. Okay, so the next one is by Sons of Sea, Lady Black. Brandon Boyd from Incubus is the singer of that one. And that song goes right back to, was it the very beginning with the Hall & Oates song, Had I Known You Better, because that song talks about your smile seems so familiar, like maybe we've met before. And if we had, I was a fool to forget. The deep end sounds inviting, and she's already in. Will I stay dry or will I get wet? So it's about getting deep, going deep into this spiritual journey, or maybe meeting somebody who took you down this deep, like rabbit hole of spirituality. Maybe you are just recently awakening and you've been inspired to move forward on this journey. But it talks about meeting somebody and maybe not remembering that you ever met them, like just like having that sense like, I've met you somewhere before, that familiar energy. And the color black, of course, represents to me from the void, right? Creativity comes from the void. Lady Black, Lady Luck, Lady Creativity. So I'm seeing a muse, somebody being somebody's muse. Okay, so what cards do I want to use for this one? Let's see. So many to choose from. Oh, I know which ones I want to use. Sons of Sea. I'm using the Mikey deck. Here we go. Repeating animal. I have seen a cheetah everywhere, and this is Divine Feminine, and it is the number 22. Of course, it is. 22, number 4, the Master Teacher. It is the Master Builder. It is all about manifestation, but it's also about partnerships coming together and teaching love, right? Frankie. You want to go out there? We're almost done, okay? So, the cheetah, Divine Feminine. Cheetah asks you to honor your feminine life force by sharing your divine passion. Acknowledge the yin energy on the planet as unconditionally beautiful and nourishing. You are, look at, it's Lady Black. And here we are, the divine feminine. So this is kind of like the divine feminine card with the divine feminine song, which is very beautiful synchronicity. Um, you're an essential part of this radiant feminine energy that feeds the planet. Often, when the land suffers degradation, the essence of the human spirit also prays. Celebrate the divine feminine energy in a sacred way with the special woman in your life. Treat them to a handmade gift, a dinner, or a circle of inspiring communication. Gentlemen, if you have drawn this card, it is time to honor and appreciate the women in your life for their essence of beauty, nurturing, and sensuality. When we exude and share love for our sisters, we also bring greater love to ourselves. I love that. And cheetahs as well as pumas and all the great cats, they are shapeshifters. So whenever I see a cheetah, it's like the shapeshifting, um, being able to change form, and I'm not just talking about like werewolves and but just going from one aspect of yourself to another and changing and always evolving, shapeshifting. Okay, next song. Oh my gosh, and this was playing at 5:18, which is my birthday, which my birthday is coming up, and this song always makes me cry, and it's "Against All Odds" by Phil Collins. How could I just let you walk away, just let you leave without a trace? When I stand here taking every breath with you, ooh, you're the only one who really knew me at all. So against all odds, you have done and accomplished great things that you probably never thought you would accomplish, right? You've healed things that you never thought you would heal. You've faced things that you've never faced. You've done things that you never thought you'd do. Like I have recently done some things that I never thought I would do, um, because love pushed me and to do these things, right? So I feel like the odds were stacked against you, and you have shown that you were able to accomplish great things. So let's pull from this deck here. Your smile seems so no, I can't get that Lady Black song. And that Phil Collins song is one of my favorite songs. And this is Charite. Individualization. So this is also 2 and 2, so number 22. So we have repeating 22 and 22 back to back. Chaurite is one of my favorite crystals. I want to see what the animal is for Chaurite. Chaurite. Oops. Chaurite. Let's see. It's here somewhere. Chrysocolla. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So, what is the animal? So the animal totem for Chaurite is the white tiger, which is really awesome because we have the cheetah over here. So a lot of cat energy. Recently, my sister, my favorite cat ever, Kitty, she passed away as well. So it's been a difficult month in losing, and my friends, my best friend's dog also passed away on the 2nd. So I've lost a lot of animals, which I know a lot of people are like, oh, they're just a pet. But for me, pets are like, they are unconditional love. So losing a pet is very difficult. So, individuality, activation of true life pathways, the heart, crown, and chakra communication, soul path, service. New children light. This is also represents children with autism. Violet ray of color, the white tiger, ancient lives in Russia, which is interesting. Um, there's a great show that I love called on Netflix called The OA, and some of it is based in Russia. Spiritual insomnia. I don't ever have insomnia, but last night I had the worst insomnia, and because I've made a lot of, like, in order to pay Frankie's vet bills, I've had to, like, you know, take on a lot of debt in a sense. And so I've never had debt in my life. And I understand why some people stay up at night worrying about stuff like that. And you try not to worry about those things, right? But now for the first time I understood it, because I've always lived my life not having or wanting debt. Um, so it was either, put the dog down or put myself in debt, and that's the choice that I made, right? Because love won in that sense, right? So I experienced my first time of having, like, worry insomnia. So higher sense activation, and it's the whale song, and I love whale songs, because I talk about whale songs a lot on this channel. I always say that they are the song of a whale is a DNA. It will repair your DNA. If there are broken strands, or if there is something, some illness, that is genetic within your lineage, whale songs will repair that, and they will heal past life trauma as well. So I highly recommend whale songs. So, and so that was all with against all odds, right? So healing, uh against all odds, like, miracles, right? When I think of against all odds, I think miracles. So I'm seeing a lot of miracles happening. um and stepping into your personal power as well, right? I was saying that today is an 8 number, even though it's 55, 557, 17, 8. So this is about stepping into your personal power, letting go of your ego, speaking from your heart, not judging yourself, right? Not judging yourself. So this crystal, it balances the crown chakra and the heart chakra. It's a great crystal. It's hard to find. I think I found one tiny little piece at one point somewhere at a crystal show. Um, so I don't even know how to pronounce that. Uh, um, it's great for children with sleep difficulties. It's great for children with autism, for people with bipolar disorder. Um, it can open the door to permanent healing, right? It's great for the liver, the pancreas, the eyes. Um, it's great for alcohol addiction. It's a great crystal for any type of addictions, whether it's alcohol or drugs or whatever your addiction may be. It's a great crystal for that. It releases any attachments, so detaching yourself from situations, which goes along with the detachment card that came through earlier. So definitely seeing detaching from people, places, and things that no longer serve your highest good, and who you are and your journey. All right. It's the sacred crystal of Egyptian goddess Mat and ascended master Paul the Venetian. Repeating, I found a star on the floor the other day, like it was a gold color star that somebody had dropped, and on the other side of it, it was the P. And the first name that popped in my head was Paul. Um, and here's Paul the Venetian. It is a whale contact stone and has worked to communicate with them in Atlantean times. And it can directly interpret their songs of light. So it'd be a great crystal to not only work with in your daily life, but while you sleep, listening to whale songs, because it'll help you interpret the songs, right? So to some people, it just sounds like noise. I think I was watching, what's that show on Netflix, Dahmer, the Jeffrey Dahmer show. Evan Peters was great in that. And he was in jail listening to whale songs. So I hope people don't, like, you know, equate, relate it to, serial killers, because that's not what whale songs are. Maybe he just knew that they help repair some stuff within you, and he had a lot of stuff to repair within him. So, okay, moving on to the next song. So it was interesting because we did have the number 33 kept popping up, and there was a band that came through twice, and it was the band 33 Black. So we had Lady Black come through the song prior, And then we had 33 black. So the color black, once again, representing coming from the void. It represents deep protection, ancestral protection, the earth star chakra, the soul star chakra. So remembering to stay grounded and protected. I'm seeing black tourmaline or like obsidian. I'm seeing Apache tear as well for grief. So I've been struggling with grief. Apache tear is a great stone for that. And the album is Out of the Clouds. So once again, I'm seeing a lot of cloud activity. I was noticing a lot of weird, strange cloud activity lately. I almost feel like, and I had screen grabbed it, and it stopped at 111 when I screen grabbed that. So there's 111 again. So representing a new beginning, stepping into your leadership, right? Starting something new, something out of the clouds, right? So out of the clouds is divine inspiration, divine ideas. So we got the fire agate with the creative self-expression, and we got the chariot with individualization. So your own individual ideas, your own unique ideas. One also represents uniqueness, originality. So your own original ideas, it's time to, put them on paper, share them, whatever it is, write them. I'm seeing like songs being written, poetry, and art. I'm seeing art, lots of colors, beautiful colors, fiery. And it's Out of the Clouds, and the song is The One Thing. So there's the one again. So repeating the only one, the one, the one. So there's the one. You are the one. I'm seeing like Neo from the Matrix, like you are the one. Okay, so and the next, and I don't really know the lyrics to that one, but The One Thing. Okay, next song was Balance by Future Islands. And that song, the lyrics say, it just takes some time, a little bit of work and some time. So that makes a lot of sense, right? But before we get to that one, I didn't do the song, or do the card for this one. So let's do Out of the Clouds, The One Thing. So let's see what card comes through for, let's see. Let's do this one. The One Thing. What does the universe want you to know? Boundaries, Ishtar. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your energy. Ishtar. And that's Easter. So the one thing is about loving yourself, right? Loving yourself and having healthy boundaries with others. So I'm also seeing boundaries of like going beyond the boundaries of what you thought you can do, whether this is creatively or whatever it is, surpassing your own boundaries. Frankie. Surpassing your own boundaries. Frankie just looked at me like, what are you doing? Surpassing your own boundaries, healthy boundaries. My leg is falling asleep here. Our pets' heads are falling off. Ishtar, here we go. So, and this talks about giving too much of yourself to others. And it's about starting to become more assertive. Don't do things out of guilt or obligation. So, and she represents the divine feminine, including nurturing, mothering, sensuality. So we have 2 divine feminine cards. So I'm seeing a lot of divine feminine energy. I'm seeing in the twin flame process that a lot. Frankie. Oh my goodness. Frankie, no. Once the dog downstairs starts barking, everybody starts barking. Frankie, shh. Come sit. Come on. Where's your bone? Come get your bone. Come on. Come on up. Jump. 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 Come on. Come on. I got you. Come on. You can do it. Come on. No barking. Hey. Frankie, shh. Oh my goodness. This is what I got to deal with every day. Slightest little noise. Frankie, shh. Shh. Hey. Shh. Okay. she's got Tourette's sometimes. I have healthy boundaries, Franklin. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Stop. Stay. You stay. No. Hurry. Come on. Good girl. Okay, my roommate has company, so that's why. If you be a good girl, I'll give you a treat. How about that? Okay. Stay right there. Okay. Here's your ball. Come on. Some of the things that you have to do during lives. Let's try to get these dogs to be quiet. There you go. There's your ball. Okay. I'm back. Okay. Now I don't know where I was. Dogs have no boundaries. They absolutely do not. They do not know shh, nor do they know shut the fuck up. To them, it all just sounds like nothing. They just think that you're joining in the fun. Okay. So, where was I? The one thing, so boundaries. I'm almost hearing somebody saying like, that's the one thing I'm not going to put up with. That's the one thing. Like, I keep doing, or like, that's the one thing. Okay, so the next one was Balance by Future Islands. Oh, and so boundaries, right? So having, I had to run up and down the stairs, so I'm still winded. It just takes some time, so hard work and time. So these boundaries and this journey that you're on, it takes time. Don't rush yourself. And creative projects, also don't rush yourself. So Future Islands. And so when I think of like Future Islands, I think of like volcanoes. I've been talking about volcanoes for a long time because I keep seeing volcanoes like erupting, creating future islands, like the lava and stuff. So it just takes some time. Lord Shiva, Transcendence. Oh my God, I love this card. So this goes with the balance card. I mean, the balance song. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. So another repeating word is dance. Dance, dance, dance. So Shiva. I love Shiva. It's so weird how this... You think it would be, because it's Lord Shiva. HIJKL. Hi, Franklin. What you doing? There you go. Okay. So extended message. Lord Shiva is with you right now to awaken your sense of connection to life itself. You're moving through a deep transition and things will be clear from this point. You will know exactly what you need to do and where you need to be. This is a powerful time as you will transcend the limitations that others have set for you. It is a time of innovation, ideas, stargazing, soul traveling, and soul revealing. Shiva, the Lord of Dance, is here with his sacred sound of Om to lead the way. And I literally was outside today oming. And Om, as we know, is the sound of the universe. It connects us to the crown chakra. It just gives us that oneness. And if you have been feeling disconnected or out of sorts, or not connected with the universe, or not connected with those around you, chanting Om will really help to move that energy. Wherever it's stuck and wherever it's stagnant, it'll just move it up. And I know it's mainly for the crown, but that it works every chakra. It's like the universal sound. So Shiva is one of India's trinity of male god figures. He is depicted wearing a cobra around his neck. So a cobra has been coming through a lot. The snake, the cobra. So I'm thinking of like when we have the flute, and we charm the snake out of the whatever, the vase. So representing his capacity to tame fear or the ego, and which is interesting because at the beginning of the reading, I said with this Four of Wands, I was seeing the taming of the dragon, right? Whatever the dragon represents to you, the ego, the fears, whatever it is, your addictions, etc., your demons, just taming those things within. His capacity to tame fear or the ego, surrounded by stars, showing his connection to the cosmos, and holding a trident, acknowledging the aspects of divine masculine power in India, creator, preserver, and destroyer. He is known as the destroyer because of his warrior-like energy and ability to destroy fear. He is a facet of the divine father energy and offers potential protection, support, and guidance. He is also acknowledged as the cosmic dancer because he helps coordinate the interaction. Oops. Frankie's medicine. Coordinate the interaction between Earth and the cosmos. He has the capacity to help us move beyond the fear of failure and into the clarity of connection. So fear of failure, there it is, guys. There it is. I was getting this limiting thing at the beginning of the reading. I was like, what is this thing that was coming through, this fear? And it is the fear of failure. And not even trying because of that fear of failure. Like, oh, why am I even going to bother if I'm just going to fail, right? And a lot of times, Frankie, come sit down. A lot of the times we have that fear of failure, and so that fear leads us and keeps us from doing great things and accomplishing great things. So we got to move past that. Okay, let me see where we are here. Wow, we still got a few songs. So I'm just going to run through these. As Lovers Go by Dashboard Confessional. This is easy as lovers go, so don't complicate it by hesitating. This is wonderful as loving goes. This is tailor-made. What's the sense in waiting? The word tailor has been coming through a lot. So whether it's a name or like tailor as in like sewing, this is like, things can be easy. All the universe is asking is for your movement, for you to move, like to not move. I mean, yeah, maybe that, but like just no more stagnation. Like the universe is like, for every one step that you make, it's going to push you 10 steps forward, tenfold. So for every little one step you make, it's 10 steps for the universe that's going to take for you. So the next one was Selena, Amor Prohibido. For forbidden love, whatever that means. Maybe it's like a passion of yours that you love that, maybe your family or friends don't think it's good for you. And so, but you always have to do what's good for you, right? What's best for you. The next song was Reasons by Newfound Glory. You can steal my eyes, carve them out. I don't even need them. I don't want to see anyone other than you. You take me for granted, you take me for reasons known only by you. Take me for granted, you take me for reasons. No, only. Okay. So that's that feeling of maybe people not appreciating you. And at the beginning, remember I kept saying the song that came through with Hollow Notes, I wish I had known you better then. I wish I had treated you better then. And maybe that's that feeling of like, I wish I would have treated them better. Taking you had taken somebody for granted and you wish that you could have, you know, just given them a little more of yourself or your time. And interesting because I wasn't the bottom of the deck for with the Lord Shiva one was Kalima. So endings, facing fear, right? So here we go, facing fear. Maybe leaving a relationship, leaving a job, leaving a home, leaving a city, leaving something that no longer serves you and moving into what you needs to be. Okay, moving to the next song. So I got to give Frankie her medicine. Space Song by Beach House. Off the album Depression Cherry. So I like that because I don't know about you, but I've been a little bit depressed, but not like the usual. But I think it's more of a like wishing I could do more for my dog, and so I get into those modes. But maybe like feeling like you're not exactly where you want to be, so you're like, oh, am I going to ever get there? So you get into kind of a little bit of a depression, especially so if you're not fulfilling your purpose and doing what you're meant to be doing, you will feel those hits of depression a lot because it's your soul wanting a change. So it's time to face those fears and make those changes so you can start living to your fullest and true potential. Okay. Space songs. I'm also seeing space, like astrology, astronomy, etc. Okay, so the next song was Rhythm of Light by 33 Black at 5:44. So 44, 33 at 2:29, which is a leap year. And so 33 Black. And so Rhythm of Light, dancing, right? Nobody ever really dies, energy cannot be destroyed. I don't know why that's popping up, but Rhythm of Light. And I'm also seeing like the stars in the sky transmitting wave frequencies back at us, like in a rhythmic pattern for some reason. Let me pull a card for that one. It just takes some time. Surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So I love that. And I love that they're like in this beautiful, like water being cleansed. It's gorgeous. Surrender to the sweetness, surrender. So it's like the universe wants you to start just enjoying your life and being happy and doing the things that you love doing. Rhythm of Light and out of the clouds again. So 33, enlightenment. So I'm seeing somebody ascending, somebody being enlightenment. What is enlightenment, right? There's different meanings for enlightenment. Like to me, enlightenment is a revealing of a truth, being enlightened to something that you didn't know before. But it also means enlightened, as in like when your chakras light up, and you have this deep understanding of things. So you have been enlightened. So I'm definitely seeing a lot of you out there being enlightened. Okay, and then we're almost done here. I Will Always by the Cranberries. And that's about somebody who's always going to love you, always going to care about you. So, but I'm also seeing cranberries as well. So drinking cranberry juice. So the next one was number at 5:55. It was 3 by Flume. So here we go. 3, the magic number, along with 5, the magic number. So I'm seeing a lot of magic manifestation, some magical things, magical happenings happening, magical happenings happening. So let me do one of these for the 3. So creativity, right? Communication. So time to create. GPS, number 15. Number 6, follow your intuition. Now, if I just knew where, oh, there's the book right there. So number 6, which is all about balance, right? So balance came through earlier with the Future Island song. So seeing balancing mind, body, spirit, balancing work, pleasure, play, etc. And GPS to me is like following your own inner compass, right? OMG, your intuition is being a real show off these days. It's so ready to help navigate your life. And quite frankly, it's getting a tad bit impatient. It just can't understand why, when it knows the fun, easy route, you insist on doing everything without its help. There's no need to be lost ever, especially now that you're about to stumble onto a gold mine. So, a gold mine. So, there's something that you're going to be doing that's going to be bringing you an influx of abundance, whether that's money, time, energy, opportunities, love, friendships, whatever it is for you. And I love this. They look like, they remind me of the flowers from Alice in Wonderland, right? The trumpets. Oh, I gotta get Frankie her medicine. Okay, so we got another one. Understatement by Newfound Glory. I'm sick of smiling, and so is my jaw. Can't you see my throat is going down? I'm sick of being someone I'm not. Please get me out of this rut. I'm sick of laughing when I know I can do it better for myself. I'm sick of waiting. Sick of all these words that will never matter. So that's just that feeling of like just being over it, right? You're just like, and it's getting worse, that feeling, right? Like you just want to move forward from a situation, this feeling of stagnancy. You just feel like you're stuck, and it's like it's time to move forward, and you're smiling when you inside are feeling like you want to scream, and it's like you want to finally just authentically be yourself and communicate how you really are truthfully feeling. And it's always great to create, because you can put that to pen, to paper, to art, letting those emotions and those feelings out that you can't say maybe in real life. It's always a great way to do it artistically. And the next song was I Knew I Loved You by Savage Garden. I knew I loved you before I met you. I think I dreamed you into life. So manifesting, maybe it's intuition, but some things you just don't question. In your eyes, I found the missing pieces I've been searching for. I think I found my way home. So I Knew I Loved You Before I Met You. Okay, so the next song, Millionaire. The last one was Millionaire by Music Soul Child. So Millionaire, as it was coming about, like an influx of money. I'm not saying you're all going to be millionaires or anything, but anything is possible. And when we limit ourselves and say, oh, that's not possible, then you're telling yourself it's not possible, right? So if you just start saying, why not me? Why can't I be a millionaire? Well, you can. And it's about following the leads and opportunities that lead you to those opportunities, to get what you want in this life, right? So let's see what card I want to close it out with. So I got to give Frankie her medicine. Didn't forget. Here we go. I want this deck. Destiny. Look at that. The yin and yang. There's destiny. The yin and yang coming together, being blessed by the universe. This union is being blessed. And I was talking about this today being like a twin flame number. So this is not necessarily just twin flames, but two people coming together that the universe is blessing, the union, whether this is a relationship or a partnership or a business partnership or something like that. The universe is blessing it. It is destiny. And let me see where the little booklet went. Do I not have a little booklet for that? I knew I loved you before I met you. Oh my goodness, here it is. I'm in my camo pants. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I think Destiny is a neutral card, so that's like crown chakra. So the key idea is true love, taking a stand, a positive omen, radical thinking, deep satisfaction. And so I love that this is the closing card because the very first card was deep satisfaction, soul fulfillment, peace, contentment, happiness, happy home life. So that's beautiful that this is the opening and the closer were both the same cards. Take a risk, dare to have your life the way you decide. Are you willing to make sacrifices to have what you desire? And the keywords are love, pathway, and having faith. And look at I am faith. The song, the card was I am faith. So having faith that you are the creator of your destiny. You decide how you want this to go, where you want this to go. Together we are stronger than alone. So yes, unity, oneness, right? Black and white are in heaven, waiting to go back to earth, yet again, to complete their work. When they meet and fall in love, they learn that they will not be together on earth. In previous lives, their love was ill-fated. They appeal to the council of great spirits who turn down the request to be together. But the great servant appears and grants their wish. Together, they accomplish greater things than they could have done alone. So I'm definitely seeing twin flames coming together, soul connection, soul family coming together, like the mission together. And I know it sounds kind of cheesy, the mission together, but like it is people coming together, whether this is collaboration, working together, a project, however, it's two people coming together and it's going to create something beautiful together. And I keep seeing that, creating something beautiful together. So this is a beautiful, and I love that this portal is open right there. It also looks like serious. This is a serious connection. It's a serious connection. And it's like that portal, like the 1111 portal just going through the Stargate. So beautiful. I want to thank you guys so much for being here and for joining me. I know it's been a while. And I hope I come back again to do it again. I'm not very sure I will, but we will see how the rest of the next few months pan out for me. But I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you guys for being on this journey with me. And I appreciate you guys so much. You don't even know, like just having a couple of you guys here while I'm doing the live is a blessing in itself. And thank you for interacting and communicating. And I appreciate you guys so much. You want to say bye, Frankie? Come here. Can you say bye? Say bye, everybody. Say thank you. I gotta go take my medicine. Love you guys. Thank you guys all so much. I appreciate you. Namaste, everybody.